Oh, neat. Just as Ethereum was starting to get its legs out from under it, $1.5 billion was hacked out of one of the biggest exchanges out there. Damn, we just can't catch a break. But honestly, I was driving to work this morning, early morning, looking at the charts, and I was like, shit, this thing's taken off already off of these lows. Then this little hack comes in. I got another opportunity to stack my bags. I just came up with a bunch of fiat currency, and I'm looking at some of the favorite projects that I'm going to be putting a little bit of allocation into. Seeing some money flowing out of Solana into some great new chains, or honestly old chains that are kind of making a new for themselves. And a pretty big just warning, not necessarily a long-term outlook of bearishness on Bitcoin, but just what to look out for over the next few weeks here. Shout out to everyone that's joining me on the show here today. Veteran Crypto, Ninja Glock, like the name, Kyle Watts, Morgan Powell, Bad Fox, Gabriel, K-Day Solana, Josh Dallas, C90FTW, Fluffy the Sheep, Crypto Shock, and Daniel Spath. So win Lambo with Gatling gun. That would be fun. That would be fun. I would have a lot of fun with that. Looking forward to having my homies back in the studio. Isaac's going to be back from his snowboarding trip soon. It was great having Nick on the show yesterday. And we're just cooking along here, you guys. Make sure you're following me on the Twitter at Druth Crypto. I'm also on the Arena at Druth Crypto. So if you're an AVAX Maxi, if you're getting involved with the Arena ecosystem, make sure to go follow me at Druth Crypto on AVAX ecosystem, the Arena as well. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We got 73,500 subscribers, all making it happen. And shout out to channel partners. We got our channel partner, BTCC. Great exchange. Make sure you get signed up for that. As Kelly was talking about, we're rolling out a one-stop shop for all of our trading signals, all of the biggest movements within TVL, which chains are dying, all of those different things. Kind of a one-stop shop. Me and Kelly and TJ are building out here for you guys. So make sure you are subscribed and become a member. Support the channel, become a member, and pick yourself up an Arculus cold storage wallet. As we've seen with today's video, a lot of news about a exchange, one of the biggest exchanges out there getting hacked, $1.5 billion being stolen. Please, for the love of God, keep your crypto on cold storage. Use the link in our description. Code BASE10, you get 10% off. It's huge. It's fantastic. Believe me. So there's been a lot of essentially updates on what's happened with Bybit. As it sits right now, there's about $1.5 billion that's flowing out of the exchange. On-chain sleuths are tracking the money right now. But also within this show, I want us to track where the money from Solana and kind of the older dying chains are actually flowing to. And I have a little note, Kash Patel taking aim at the Federal Reserve, which might end up causing a major rift within the deep state. I'm going to try to cover all of these things, kind of a shorter amount of time, kind of condense the massive amount of news that's coming out for you guys so it doesn't keep on going here and I don't get too long-winded with it. But that is something I want to do on this channel, is hit you with all of the news as quickly as possible so that you can just go about your day in the know and really know where the money is flowing in crypto. I've seen some comments that people have been basically tapped out on their dry powder ability to buy any more crypto. And that's kind of the sentiment at large for a lot of people. They're beat down from the recent price action, the blue balling, and I've said it many, many times. It is quite bullish to see Bitcoin ranging above $190,000 just in general. Now, this altcoin market absolutely seems to have a different design to it as things sit right now. That does not mean to me that it's never going to come. And giving up right before the altcoin market really sets into pace is something that I feel like it might be one of the biggest mistakes folks make. So another initiative I want to take in this show is to reiterate that here in the blockchain basement, it is our job to lift each other up and help each other expand. You know, and a big place where we see that expansion for crypto conversation is happening on X. So if you leave this show with anything, I want you to leave with the idea of lifting your fellow man up and reshare their comments, their posts. We have a great community out here. They deserve the limelight just as much as anyone here. So I do want to kind of start that off with Sack Nasty. You sick man, you. Okay, here we go. Sack Nasty, Grok simplifying the long-term Bitcoin TA, save for quarter four receipts 2025 based solely on Bitcoin cycle history, when the top is most likely going to be between August 25 and October 25, with October 20th, 18 months post-halving, as the closest fit to the later peaks of the recent cycles. August 15 to 16 months is plausible, but slightly early given the 2017 and 2021 trends. Price from the halving, the $63,800 and a 300% increase yields a $255,000 Bitcoin. From the current $100,000 level, a 200 to 300 run suggests $300 to $400,000, with $300,000 as a balanced estimate, factoring in diminishing returns and historical precedent. Thus, the top of Bitcoin cycle is likely around $300,000 by October 20th of 2025, assuming that it follows historical rhythm in an 18-month post-halving peak with a moderated but significant parabolic surge. Man, Grok is a little bit more bullish than your average bear there. And I'd be really happy to see Bitcoin hit around the $200,000 level. But I wanted to show this because I felt like we posted. I feel like just reposting one of your guys' stuff every single day. You guys should go do the same. Show some support for your homies, man. They're out here just being the crypto chaotic beings that we all know we are. And I had to start off the day just giving you guys my thoughts. If you're seeing this, you're a big deal to me. You straight up inspiration, crushing it in life like a boss. I'm down proud of you, man or woman. Should have put that in there. Crypto kings and queens. Let's keep winning with my Crusader friend to follow it up with. Just lift people up, man. People are so beat down right now. They're losing hope. That is not what I like to see, man. Don't be giving up right before the good times come. We are so damn close. So let's get into all of the biggest news here. And honestly, I feel like we need to start with this. Zach XBT reports he has sources confirming a Bybit official security incident. Pretty large incident, it looks like. Let's hop into here. It seems like Bybit official hot wallet got hacked, though it's a multi-sig $1.5 billion worth of Ethereum was withdrawn to new addresses that is currently being sold. Absolutely great. Right as Ethereum was starting to get its feet under itself, right as the altcoin market was starting to kick off, we were seeing a lot of movement, and bam, we got, and you know what, Nicole, I didn't miss the shout outs, but I think I missed you. Nicole, good to see you. Mr. Mark, all the new people. Unknown, what's up? Yeah, Green Day Profits, you're a savage. So really, someone said hacked in the comments. It is really odd timing, right as you see Ethereum trying to make it up to right under the $3,000 level, and then whoops, we got hacked, and all of it's Ethereum. The hacker is now sending 10,000 Ethereum at a time to these new wallets. This is the latest update from Marty Party, tracking this on Arkham Intelligence. And here's the TLDR from DeFi investor. 1.4 billion in Ethereum has been stolen. The hacker somehow altered Bybit's multi-sig user interface in order to steal the funds. The hack seems to account for 8.6% of the exchange assets. That is a chunk of change. Bybit CEO says Bybit remains solvent. And all the while, we're going to be diving into this. Sonic, the TVL, is absolutely exploding. We're going to take a look at the Sonic ecosystem today. Also, the AVAX ecosystem. We need to look for where the hope is, now here's CZ responding to Ben Bybit, Ben Zhao, CEO of Bybit. Not an easy situation to deal with. Might suggest to halt all withdrawals for a bit as a standard security precaution. Will provide any assistance if needed. If anyone is still on Bybit, I would highly recommend exercising extreme caution right now. This is not a situation where you just blindly expect everything's going to be fine. Please, for the love of God, be careful. This is Don Alt's message about it. Whenever an exchange gets into hot water like this, you withdraw first and ask questions later. Worst case is you withdraw immediately. You have to redeposit. Worst case, if you don't, all of your shit is gone. So rather be safe than sorry. Very, very sound words. This is the cursed imagery of the moment the hack was announced. Zach XBT announced this hack from DGN News right here. Massive pullback. I did see some hope, though. Essentially, Donald highlighted this, and I was looking at the Walmart crashing, or Wall Street, Walmart. It actually is a pretty good reaction to the bad news Given that it's coupled with traditional markets selling off, this is the S&P 500 on its downswing, but Bitcoin came roaring back with great aggression. So all is not lost, and honestly, our bags are already trying to pump back up to the levels that I was waking up to this morning, which were aggravating me because I simply want to buy more. But here we are. I'm in a good position to add to the stack. It's feeling good. Bybit is worse than a stank poon. Get the hell away. No, I don't know if let me know if Kyle Watts might have lost sound, maybe refresh. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if the sound is still coming over to you there. That's important. What if I'm just yapping to nothing? But now, here's Bitcoin. Here's the price action everyone's freaking out about, just still being edged, blue-balled in this range. Simple buying opportunity for me if I'm looking at this. And it's kind of funny. I know my family members are hammering in to Bitcoin because Bitcoin's now become this more trusted asset for kind of regular people that aren't sitting here watching the crypto charts over and over again. They're trusting Bitcoin more and more as a safe haven asset in comparison to fiat currency. That is what I'm looking for out of Bitcoin. And altcoins are simply a more aggressive version of a savings account for me. But that all is going to be transferred back into Bitcoin, into weapons, gold, real estate, things of that nature. Here is Ethereum. Let's check in on Ethereum to see what we're looking at here. This is the 4-hour candle set for Ethereum. Man, I mean, it looks awful when you zoomed in, but honestly not that bad. Honestly not that bad. It just basically punched down to this upward trend line here. Tis but a scratch. Let's check the money flows. See what we're looking at. Still in the green on money flow for the 4-hour. Let's go to the weekly here just to get a general overscope of where Ethereum still slightly, yeah. I mean, actually, that looks like it's trying to tick back up to the upside. It actually looks like it's trying to tick back up to the upside. Very interesting. Another thing that I saw right as I was walking down here, I wonder if I have the 3-day on here. Let's do just the daily and check out these. Nice green dot was printed yesterday on Bitcoin, and a good rounding to the money flow on the upside for Bitcoin as well. So this is actually kind of enticing me to get back into trading, seeing that we're checking back up to the upside, bouncing hard off this upward trend line. People's max FUDs, capitulation are hitting the interwebs. Everyone's saying, oh, it's over. I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. And yet the money flow is swooping back up to the upside. And we got to thank you. May have been Nick or Isaac in the back room there. Thank you for pinning the Arculus cold storage wallet into the chat. Please, for the love of God, don't keep crypto on exchanges. I go into exchanges to trade on. I don't go into exchanges to hold my value long term. Absolutely not. So please exercise caution when doing so. Now, can you look at SD for me, TVL versus price, have a small bag thinking of adding to it? Sure. Crypto Shock while we're on it, so I don't forget about it. Let's go. I'll check you out. And thanks for supporting the channel, man. I appreciate that very, very much. Now let's go to Tater. Is this Nicole Minus Taters? All right, let's see here. Stater. Let's see here. All right, so TVL, let me know if this is the right one. Looks like it's at $560 million in value locked. Pretty good uptrend here. Overall data goes back to 2022, so we got quite a bit of data we're working with here. That's great. Let's see here. Let's compare to the price. Let's scoot this bad boy over so you guys can see. Holy shit. What the fuck is this? Okay. There's a huge discrepancy between the price and the TVL on this. Let's check developer commits. Commits were hot and heavy here at the beginning of 2024. Interesting. They are having spikes, random chaotic spikes. Let's see how many overall developers. Pretty good amount of developer inflow in January 25. That's not bad. Okay. I'll see you. Let's see the USD inflows over this. USD inflows, sharp spike right here. See, kind of highlighting that FDV increase. Let's look a little bit further into this. This is kind of fun. And I came here telling you I was going to get done quick. And then, Jesus, now I got all this fun. All right, so we're going to Stater. Let's see here. SD is the token. Let's see here. All right, wow, the price getting beat down. TVL back on the upside. Jeez. This is interesting. Okay. You have it's pretty well faded, is honestly what this looks like. It looks like it's based off Ethereum. Let's go to the X account. Stater Labs, non-custodial, secure, liquid staking. We love that stuff. Live on Ethereum, Polygon, BNB, and Hedera. 98,000 followers. Let's see if they're botting their account here. So we got 200 likes there, 33 there. So it's flying under the radar for sure. I'm not seeing any bot action, which is good. Looks like it's at least organic. Probably pretty slept on. Honestly, like this is, I'm going to have to go save this one. Good looking out. Good looking out. So next targets, I'm going to keep this one in mind. And really, when I see something like this, it's got kind of a surprising arbitrage opportunity between TVL and price. I do have to watch this a little bit. I don't want to just YOLO in. But there might be something here. There might be something here. So good looking out. Now let's get back on track here. Where is the rest of this stuff? So I'm going to address the M1 money supply. All this, there's been a lot of tweets going out that, oh, the hyper bull cycle is here. The Chinese money supply just doubled. I'm going to kind of explain what is actually going on with the Chinese money supply. But, you know, on Bitcoin's price, I won't be surprised if we come back down, like if we punch up and then come back down to retest this trend line before that takeoff moment. I'm not going to be surprised by that. And honestly, that's my hopium that I have more time to stack a lot of good projects before it starts really taking off. What I'm getting the overall vibe of is a lot of these major firms are starting to pop their head out of the woodwork, and they do it every single time Bitcoin is about to go bananas. So kind of giving you the forest through the tree view that I have just in general of where all these firms' mindsets are. It seems like a lot of them have gotten the nudge that the manipulation and the suppression is about to come to an end, which would be great for my bags particularly. But not only the bags, but honestly the realization for the rest of the world that crypto is here to stay. I mean, we have these reserves ongoing. Utah Bitcoin Reserve Bill HB 2030 or 230 just cleared the Senate Revenue and Taxation Committee, moving one step closer to making Utah the first state with a Bitcoin reserve. Utah, an enticing state, very low crime rate. They got like the Mormons. That's a loaded subject. The Mormons, like they seem like pretty clean cut people. I know that there's a lot of like inside baseball about their design of their family structures and things like that. But they, you know, and back in the day, the Mormons had a bunch of kids and a large family and extra wives for the production of basically their own armies. So is that bad? I don't know. They won. They did pretty good. They're still around. Now, geez, I guess so. Here's the M1 money supply. So here's Marty Bent. This should end well. Chinese M1 money supply. Basically moving from what looks like 65 trillion. God, that's insane. I just don't. 61T is how they're. This is probably in yuan to 112 yuan. But there are some nuances within this that we have to keep in mind. Some just kind of specific notes I have about this. The Chinese M1 money supply did not actually double in the way it might appear from the recent headliner charts. The report jumped from around 67 trillion yuan to 112 trillion yuan between December 2024 and January of 2025. This is stemming from a change in how China calculates the M1 money supply, not from a sudden massive injection of money into the economy. So just everyone calm down when you see these massive spikes. This is simply just a change in how they're accounting for the valuations. So please, oh God. How do you feel about Mormons? Let me know in the chat. I mean, when I used to take my FJ to Moab all the time, they seemed like clean-cut people to me. They seem like they had their shit together. People from Utah talk funny. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So basically, I'm getting so sidetracked. I tried to stay on cue here. Now, this is actually something that does matter in terms of Altseason. This is from Kim Jong-yu. Here he has the Altseason has begun. No direct Bitcoin to alt rotation, but as stable coin holders are favoring altcoins. Alt volume is 2.7 times Bitcoin's volume, and Bitcoin dominance no longer defines Altseason. Trade-in volume does. But this is a great note. It's a very selective alt season. Okay, so it's not just like the good old days back when you saw the Bitcoin dominance start to fall. You could just throw a dart at the altcoin sector and you would find a 5, a 10x, yada yada. This is a very selective alt season, in my opinion. I completely agree with this take. And we are going to find great upside. I think that upside still is going to be found within RWAs, AI projects. I think AI projects will have their place on not only Solana, Base, AVAX. We're going to see a good amount of different ecosystems with AI. Aaron Schmad's, Morons are the nicest people on earth. See, there he knows. Yeah, God, I'm so on. Now, apparently I still have some Jupiter. It's my kind of auxiliary Solana play for sure. And I hold a little Solana as well. But you can now trade on Jupiter with 0 Solana in your wallet for the fees. So that's kind of an interesting thing that just happened. 0 Sol transactions within Jupiter. Nice to see. We got a ban. Who we banning here? Let me know who you're banning here. I made the chat extra big so I can do a better job of keeping up with you guys. Let me see. AI, another bubble. Vast majority of these things are going to go to 0 after the speculation pump is done. Yes, you're right about that. That's why finding ones that are more, like I think BitTensor Tau is one of those that's going to have long-standing, actual crypto AI integration. But you have to be very, very careful about holding on to these AI coins for long term. There are a few Amish families not far from me. There's an interesting group of people. Absolutely. The Amish are very, very based. Very based. We went to get some, unpasteurized milk. We did flash pasteurization, my wife did. Milk is delicious. So we're just going to start doing that from now on. The farmer is complaining about his eggs not coming. My eggs are starting to come. Might do some trade. I got to meet up with Manamok still. Now, this is kind of a cool note from Hayden Adams. Lots of people sold their Uniswap airdrop. People sent the photos of what they bought in his DMs, from PS5 to life-changing essentials to wedding rings. It was pretty cool. I was happy for them. We would not have airdropped unlocked tokens if the goal was to prevent selling. A great note. I was glad to see Hayden just admit, you know what? If you sold your airdrop, you made some money. That's great. And shout out to that. We can't sit here and bash each other for selling crypto assets when we're literally here to better our lives monetarily by investing in speculative assets. That's just all it is. I mean, some of them are going to last a lot longer than others. It's damn near impossible to tell which ones are going to outlast other than Bitcoin, but we can take our best guess and come up with solutions from there. Now, we did see a major win come from Coinbase on the longevity and the outlook of regulatory environments in the United States regarding these altcoin securities. And here is the update from Mr. Baldman himself, Brian Armstrong.
Brian here from Coinbase. Well, today's a really good day because we just heard from the SEC staff that they're planning to withdraw their litigation against Coinbase. Now, this still needs to be approved by the SEC commissioners, but we're hoping that happens next week. And if this goes through, it's a really big deal, not just for us, but for the whole crypto industry, the 50 million Americans who hold crypto, and I think for the rest of the world, because this is an important signal about where things are going. Now, ultimately, we still need to get legislation for crypto passed in America to codify some of these rules and make sure the industry can get built on shore. But if this goes through, it's still a very important legal precedent that rights a wrong that was taking place over the last few years, where the SEC, unlawfully in my view, decided to attack or even try to kill the entire crypto industry by suing lots of different companies, including us, claiming that many of these crypto assets were securities. Now, they did this despite there not being any law indicating that that was the case. They didn't publish any clear rules to the industry, and in our situation, they actually had allowed us to become a public company just a few years prior, where they looked at everything we were doing and our listing standards, and they got comfortable enough to allow us to become a public company. So we should not forget how close we came here to a few bad actors in the government actually going off and trying to kill this industry. I remember in 2023, a lot of people were advising me on this, and they were saying, do not engage in litigation with the SEC. It's going to cost you tens of millions of dollars. It's going to put downward pressure on your stock price. It's going to spook public market investors. And, number three, the SEC might fight dirty and pressure other companies not to work with you. which unfortunately did happen in a couple cases. But I think the thing that ultimately gave me the courage to do it was that, number one, I knew that we were right on the facts and on the law. Number two, if we didn't stand up to this bullying, it might have been the end of the crypto industry in America, because not as many other companies had deep pockets like we did.
And that was something that I was very aggravated. They delisted XRP just because the SEC said, you know, it is quite a loaded mindset that I have towards Coinbase, because every time the market gets hot and amazing, they shut down their access. But no exchange has beat the user interface of Coinbase. No exchange has outdone the ease of lending as Coinbase. So there is that, you know, and like when it comes to exchanges, the biggest ones are still Binance and Coinbase. Binance obviously ran into the DOJ, basically cutting it down a few notches so that Coinbase could come in and basically try to control the market. Seeing that, you know, the plays that we've made on Morpho have gone great because Coinbase has chosen it for the lending platform from it. But we do have to keep in mind that cold custody is king, and we don't want the mass adoption to basically just go back into the hands of centralized exchanges. We're not trying to do that. Who we banning, Isaac, as well. Make sure to let me know who you're banning. We can let them know. We can deport people. We might do a soft-sided deportation today. But here is the tokens that SEC went after quite some time ago. This is an old post from Coin Bureau on the SEC's lawsuit against Coinbase. They allege the following coins are securities: Solana, Cardano, Matic, Filecoin, Sand. Please, for the love of God, don't speak. Like, Sand is dead. Axie Infinity, Chiliz, Flow, ICP, Near, VGX, Dash, and Nexo. So these are probably going to do pretty good. Ooh, we got a ban.
You are banned!
Very nice. Very nice. We have to be careful looking at this list, though. Like, oh my God, I got to YOLO into everything that just got the green light. No, we do not. And really, you know, this ban being lifted or this movement from Coinbase and the SEC, it's largely already been priced in. We don't see massive moves on SEC change-ups anymore, right? Because the market got fucking used to it. So there is that. Just keep that in mind. But the dust is settling between the SEC and the cryptocurrency ecosystem. But there's still going to be something under the hand of David Sachs, which probably is going to end up going after David Portnoy, as we were looking yesterday. So now we have a bullish thesis on Sonic a month ago, straightforward. And shout out to, we were here on the basement, we covered Sonic before it even did the brand change and before it even released. Okay. So within this, we got Shadow token, we got Metro token, we got a couple different plays within the Sonic ecosystem that are Sonic DEXs and Sonic DeFi plays that have been very, very vertical on their takeoff mode with no signs of slowing down yet. And if you want to find these things, you can go to CoinGecko is a great resource to kind of explore the ecosystem here. But you go to chains, and then it'll organize it by the chain. You go down here. Where's Sonic? It's got even Bear chain. Here you go. So you go into Sonic, and then you go down to see all Sonic coins. There, you can kind of organize and see what are the biggest movers within the Sonic ecosystem. Metro, one of those ones we're just looking at. Shadow as well. Here's the Shadow .so kind of swap setup here. You connect your wallet. It is a little bit buggy, I'm not going to lie, just on the front end, but it transacts very, very quick. And you know what? We've seen a lot of money make it from Solana into Sonic. So there is that. Holy shit. We just got gifted an air bomb from Elevator Man. Thank you very much for the support, my brother. Very, very much for the support. You're freaking awesome. But what I see in Sonic is a little bit of blossoming of a undiscovered, kind of forgotten ecosystem that is receiving a lot of inflows. So when I'm seeing this, it's not that I'm going to go YOLO into it, but I am going to pay attention primarily to Shadow token within this ecosystem. Let's see here. Shadow, you got to make, there's a lot of shadows out there. It is this one with like the little bell thing. It was at $200 not too terribly long ago. Long term, it's had, you know, only been out since the beginning of, or kind of the middle of January. We don't have too much data on this. The market cap's at 39 million bucks, and I am not one to buy gigantic green candles. This is essentially how I approach Morpho. Is in the same scenario. I'd seen Morpho do this. I waited till it swooped down and found a shelf. Basically, I'm hoping for a halfway point of kind of a settle on the price before I build a small position in shadow, because I do see money flowing there. I want to position a net downhill to capture value as it flows into there. So that's how I'm approaching this sonic expansion. And we've also seen 4 now consecutive days of positive inflows on AVAX. Ecosystem tokens are starting to moon. This is another thing, and I've already been in AVAX for quite some time. So with that, again, positioning the nets downhill, seeing KET, seeing the Arena token's been going bonkers. What was the other one? Oh God, I'll go to my portfolio here. I can't remember the other one. Let's go look at it here real quick. I think I saw a slight sell-off. No, not even. Okay, so the Arena's still up. Here it is. Yeah, Wink. Yeah, Wink. Wink has had a slight pullback, so it's at $100 million market cap. But honestly, what I'm seeing on Wink was highlighted by, I think it was AIXBT. Yeah, Wink Realm packs are getting swept right now. Users are loading 60 packs at a time. Avalanche meme cycle is not done. So there is some movement within even that painful little pullback that we're having right now. So important stuff to note. And we got to stay based. We see the market resetting, getting a little bit choppy. It's important to stay based. Okay. You cannot go chasing waterfalls, go chasing these giant green candles, just acknowledging where the money is flowing to and positioning downhill from there. And also, Ondo is continuing to dominate the RWA space, posting the highest transaction volume and significantly outperforming other tokens, even in the current sluggish market. This is the transaction volume, particularly on Ondo, is absolutely going parabolic. And we also have Ondo partnering up with EU-regulated Acertera to list institutional-grade tokenized treasuries. Very, very interesting move there. And Yi, of course, has to drop his own damn meme coin. God, I wish this would stop. I wish this would stop. Can we stop? Yi, no. Don't do it, Yi. Please, for the love of God. This is good to note. CoinsChick coin has a lot of locks that have happened on this chaotic meme coin that's been up and to the right. Tony had locked up 30 million tokens for 3 months, and then another 14.5 for 3 months under Zigzag. And then Crypto P. This is Tom Allen. He locked up 2.4 million, and CoinsChick herself locked up 50 million for 6 months. So a lot of team locks happening on that meme coin. That's great. Now, Hooters is in talks to prepare for bankruptcy, filing in the coming months. The end of an era, folks. It's all going downhill from here. And the DOJ is now investigating United Healthcare for medical billing fraud. This is very important. This is something that aggravates me as a dad of many kids that just wants to keep them healthy. And seeing most options are basically under the monopoly of the United Healthcare umbrella. This is something that needs to happen. The Department of Justice has launched a civil probe into the United Healthcare billing practices, scrutinizing how diagnosis triggered extra payments. Damn right. Damn right. And here's their stock dropping 12% as the DOJ made their move. Get fucked. Now, we got this. I'm just slamming through it. I'm getting all the stuff. Twin Peaks is supreme to Hooters, indeed. This is Kash Patel with just a quick note on his view of the Federal Reserve.
So I think we got to educate people that the Federal Reserve is not a public government entity. It's a private entity owned by the robber barons that started this country, who manipulate the currency to their advantage. And that needs to be tackled. Again, I'm not the economic guru. I just know it's a problem. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the solution is, but it needs to be addressed.
So Cash getting feisty as we expected it. But where the hell's the Epstein list, Cash? That's what we're all waiting for here, honestly. That will be a nice day to see the cockroaches screaming. And also this whole $5,000 airdrop that they're trying to do out of Doge. How about just end the IRS and do an external tax revenue service, please? This is Kelly, self-made mastery. I don't think Americans want a $5,000 check. I think that they want to end the IRS for good, and you're damn right, Kelly. That's exactly the sentiment right now. And this $5,000 airdrop, great. Okay, what? You're going to fix the week? Okay. The amount of money that the Fed has printed has basically made it so you feel like you're in poverty even making $10,000, $15,000 a year with how much everything costs if you're a family man that takes care of their family, right? That special asterisk there. Now, we are looking for this. This is the Ryan Mata, Kash Patel list of government gangsters who are about to feel the full weight of the justice system under Kash Patel crashing on them. We see some familiar names on here. We saw Bill Barr, John Bolton, Joe Biden, John Brennan, all the goodies here, Peter Sturzik. I can't wait for this. I cannot wait to see this happen. They need it. They need to see that you have to pay for the price of which you incur. You cannot fuck the people over for this amount of time and not feel the wrath of the American people at the end of it. And it's coming here. So polymarket bets are pretty high. Current top 7 most likely names on the Epstein list. Prince Andrew is number 36%. Bill Gates, 32%. Alan Dershowitz, 26%. Stephen Hawking, 20%. You had Barack, 18%. David Copperfield, 17%. And Michael Jackson, 12%. Let me know who you think else is on that Epstein list, folks. It's been a beautiful day. I've got a lot of things we're going to be cooking in the pipeline for you this weekend, so pay attention to the channel. Make sure you are subscribed. Become a member of the channel. If you didn't capture a membership airdrop from Elevator Man, and God bless you, Elevator Man, for supporting me the way you do, bro, join for $1.25 a week. Keep the lights on here. Keep supporting the basement, you guys. I will support you and support each other out there on Twitter. Go find Sack Nasty's posts. Reshare them. Go find everyone. Like, drop your tags in here. That's what we should be doing, is dropping our tags and going and supporting each other. I know where to find Nicole Minnesota. I'm going to be looking out for your posts as well. Rusty Bot, I think I know where you're at on Twitter as well. I'm going to support you guys. You guys should support each other, and let's expand as a community together. Love and appreciate every single one of you out there, and you have a fantastic weekend. Take care of your family, and I'll see you in just a few. Take care.